Okay, now we are going to look at how to calculate standard deviation, mode, and median. And we have example here. The following table gives the distribution of marks of 100 candidates in a mathematics examination. Okay, so look at the table here. And in this table, what we have here is a group data. Okay, now we want to find the access to calculate the mean mark, standard deviation, the mode, and the median. And we should leave our answer to 2 decimal places. Okay, now the first one we have here is mean mark. Now since this is a group data, we'll first of all write down the formula for finding mean. So mean, which is x bar, is equal to sigma fx all over sigma f. Okay, now the x here is supposed to be the score, but like since we don't have a single score, what we have is range. Then we are going to find the mid value of each of these intervals or range to get our x. And because of that, we are going to create a new table. We'll create another table. Okay, now look at this table. This table is the table we will need for the calculation of all these things they say we should calculate. Now we need the center mid value, and for us to find the center mid value, we will add the lower class limit and the upper class limit of every class. Like this one, we will add 1 plus 20, which is 21. 21 divided by 2, then we'll get here. Okay, so look at it here. 20 plus 1 is 21 divided by 2 is 10.5. So here will be 10.5, our center mid value for the first class. Then fx will now be this center mid value, which is now our x, multiplied by the frequency. So times the frequency here is 9. So we get 94.5. Okay. Then for this one, we have 21 plus 30 divided by 2. We have 25.5. Then times the frequency to get fx, because our formula says fx all over f, sigma fs, summation of fx all over summation of f. So at every point in time, we'll try to find the fx. Fx is frequency times the mid value. Okay, so 25 times 15. We have 382.5. Then here is 31 plus 40 is equal to 71 divided by 2. We have 35.5 times 17 is equal to 603.5. Okay, as you can see, I am done filling the part of the table we need for our mean. So the next thing I will do is to calculate all these things, the sum of this, to get the sigma fx. Okay, so I will just do 94.5 plus 382.5 plus 603.5 plus 1001 plus 1165.5 plus 524 plus 624. So after all this, it will give me 4395. Okay, so I also need to calculate my frequency. Okay, so what I have here, the sum of my frequency is 100, because we have 100 candidates, so here should be 100. Okay, so if you add all these things, it will give you 100. Okay, so I am done with this table that we need for our mean. I will now once again put my formula, which is sigma fx all over sigma f. So sigma fx is this, which is 4395. Sigma f is 100. Okay, so if I divide this by 100, I will move here. It will now be 43.95. Okay, so this is our mean. This is our mean mark. Okay, now the next thing we have here is standard deviation. That is B, standard deviation. And the formula for finding standard deviation is the square root of variance, and variance is sigma f d square all over sigma f. Now this d stands for deviation, and deviation is x minus x bar. This x is our mid value, and this x bar is the mean, this mean that we have gotten here. Okay, so on that note, we are going to fill this spaces now, this part of this table. This is our deviation, and this is our deviation square, and this is our f times frequency times deviation square. Okay, now for us to find this place, we need to subtract 43.95 from each of these class mark. Okay, so let's start. So the first one, we have 10.5 minus 43.95, which is minus 33.45. Okay, then the square of this to get deviation square. Now square of the answer is 1118.9025. Okay, now for me to get here, I will now multiply this deviation square by the frequency, which is 9. So answer times 9. Okay, so this is 1070.1225. Okay, now the next thing I will do is to come to the second class. So in this second class, the mid value is 25.5. So I will now say 25.5 minus the mean minus 43.95, which is equal to minus 18.45. Okay, I will then find the deviation square. So this is my deviation. So I will now have to find deviation square by saying this value raised to the power 2. So my answer square will give me 340.25. Okay, so to find this place, the FD square, I need to multiply this by the frequency 15. So this times 15. So it will give me 5106.0375. Okay, so you see I have finished filling the table. Now the next we will do is to find the sum of all these things to get our sigma fd squared, okay? So by the time you calculate all these things, it will now give you 3, 2, 2, 3, 4.75, okay? Now remember that our standard deviation is the square root of sigma f d squared all over sigma f, and sigma f d squared is what we have here. So which means it's equal to 3, 2, 2, 3, 4.75 divided by sigma f is 100, the sum of the frequencies. So we have it as 100, then this is square root. So if you now divide by 100, it will give you 1, 2. So you have 3, 2, 2.3475. Okay, so you have to find the square root of that. So the square root of 322.3475 is 17.9540. Okay, let me just put 04 approximation here. But we were told to leave our answer to 2 decimal places. Okay, so we now have 17.95 because we cannot round up 4. So this is our standard deviation. Okay. Okay, the next we have here is the mode. C is the mode. Okay. Now, for us to find the mode of a group data, we need this formula. Mode is equal to L plus into brackets d1 all over d2 plus d1 close the bracket C. Now this L is the lower class boundary of the modal class, and D1 is difference between the frequency of the modal class and the class before it. Okay, so let's go to the table. The L is the lower class boundary of the modal class. First of all, how do we get the modal class? The modal class is the class with the highest frequency. So if you look at this place, look at our frequencies here. The class with the highest frequency is this class 41 to 50. So our class, first of all, the class is 41 to 50. Okay, that is the class. Now, and the frequency of this modal class is 22. The frequency is 22. Now, how do we find our L? Now, our L is gotten by finding the lower class boundary of this class. And to find the lower class boundary, we will subtract 0.5 from the lower class limit. 41 is the lower class limit of this class. 50 is the upper class limit, and 41 is the lower class limit. Now, if we subtract 0.5 from 41, then we will now get the lower class boundary of this class. So we are going to do 41 minus 0.5, which will now give us 40.5. So our L is now equal to 40.5. So we have gotten this L. Now let's go to D1. D1 is equal to, D1 is the difference between the frequency of the modal class. Now the frequency of the modal class is 22. The difference between the frequency of the modal class and the class before it. The class before it is this class 31 to 40, and the frequency is 17. So we will do 22 minus 17. Okay, so 22 minus 17 is 5. So D1 is equal to 5. Like I said, D1 is gotten by subtracting 17 from 22. That is the difference between the frequency of the modal class, look at our modal class, and the frequency 22, and the frequency before it. The frequency before this modal class is 17. So if you do the subtraction, you will get 5. Okay, then D2 is the difference between the frequency of the modal class and the class after it now. So the class after it is 21. And the frequency of the class after it is 21. Look at the class after it. The class you will see after this class, if you are coming down, is this one. So if you are coming down this way, the class you will see after this modal class is this class 51 to 60. So the frequency is 21. So for us to find our D2 will now be 22 minus 21, which is equal to 1. So D2 is equal to 1. Okay, now we are done with D2. Now what is C? C is the class width of the modal class. Look at our modal class. Our modal class is this. So the class width, or the class size, that is the space, is what we call C. Now for us to get the C, we have to count. So we'll start counting from 41 to 50. So we'll say 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So it's 10. It's 10. So C is 10. If you don't want to do by counting, the next thing you will do is to find the lower class boundary and the upper class boundary. Then you do the differences or subtraction. Like now, the lower class boundary is 40.5, and the upper class boundary is 50.5. Because for you to get the upper class boundary, you add 0.5 to the upper class limit, which is 50. So if you add 0.5 to 50, you will get 50.5. So if you now subtract, 5 minus 5 is 0, there is 0, then 5 minus 4 is 1, so it's 10 also. So it's either you find their lower class boundary and upper class boundary, then you do subtraction, or you just do by counting starting from the lower class limits till you get to the upper class limits. Okay, that is our C. Now let's now fix it into the formula. So mode will now be 40.5 plus D1 is 5 all over D2 is 1 plus 5, then multiply by 10. Okay, so 1 plus 5 is 6, so we now do 5 divided by 6 is 0.8333, then times 10. Okay, so we'll get so this is going to be 40.5 plus 8.3333. Okay, so I will just take approximation there. Then let's add the two of them, plus 40.5. So it will give us 48.833. Okay, so since we were told to leave our answer to the two decimal places, we will just write 48.83. Okay, so this is our mode. Okay, now the next is to find the median. And the median, for us to find the median of a group data using formula, so we have median. So median is L plus into brackets n divided by 2 minus cumulative frequency before the median class. Okay, let me write it out here because there is no space here. So let me write this again. L plus n divided by 2 minus cumulative frequency before the median class, or divided by frequency of the median class, close the brackets, multiplied by class width. Okay, so we need to find the median class here. So we need to find the median class. And how do we find the median class? The median class is a class that is found at the middle. Okay, so first of all, since our total frequency is 100, we'll divide 100 by 2. So if we divide 100 by 2, it will give you 50. Now we'll begin to add this number until we get a number until we get 50 or a little bit above 50. So let's see where we can get our median class. Then we'll start with 99 plus 15 is equal to 24. It's not up to 50. Then we'll add again, plus 17 is 41. Okay, so we need to add again until we get 50, plus 22. Okay, so by the time we added 22, we got 63. So that means that our median class fall here. So our median class is 41 to 50, just like our mode. Okay, so that means that our lower, because L here stands for lower class boundary of the median class. Okay, so we have already calculated for this thing now. The lower class boundary here is 40.5. So our L is 40.5. Okay, then we'll say plus into bracket N is the sum of the frequency, which is 100, divided by 2, then minus cumulative frequency before the median class. So this frequency, this, because this is our median class. So when we add all these things, 9 plus 15 plus 71, that time we did it, we got 41. So the cumulative frequency before the median class is 41. Okay, so when you add 9 plus 15 plus 17, that is the cumulative frequency before this median class, because this is our median class, so it is 41. Okay, we'll close. Then we have already gotten our C. Our C is still 10. So here is 10, then divided by the median of the frequency of the median class, and the frequency is 22. So divided by 22. Okay, so I will just do everything straight now. Okay, so here 100 divided by 2 is 50. Then 50 minus 41 is 9. Okay, so this is for this place. This bracket cover everything. Okay, so this 9 divided by 22, 9 divided by 22 is 0.4090, then times 10 times this 10, which is our class width, times 10, okay, is 4.09090, then plus 40.5, okay, plus 40.5, so we'll get 4.59 approximately to 2 decimal places. Okay, 2 dp. That is our final answer. Okay, thank you very much.